Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Sergeant Alex here, and today I'm bringing you another little settlement time lapse of Jamaica Plain. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to have my updated mods list. I recently, somewhere I posted it, let someone borrow my Xbox while I was at work because we were going to hang out afterwards, and they downloaded a bunch of mods, and I finally cleaned that up with some negotiations between me and the other person. So, at the end of this video, I figured I'd just post an updated mod list because there's a few new building mods and etc. And one of the things that definitely is going to be different is I have a mod that just lets me get rid of the leaves and piles of trash, which to me makes sense since if you were living there, would you have a pile of rubbish in the corner where you could put a bed or something? I don't think so. So that's one of the big changes. And with this settlement, I repaired the roof over the little concrete building next to the house. And one of the little foundations was already there because it took me a while to get it there. So I figured instead of having the half hour of me placing it there, I just didn't record that, got one piece there, then I started recording. And what you're seeing right now is me building the little second floor so I can build up to the roof of the house that's next to that little broken down concrete shack. And I'm doing the little foundation here because I couldn't get an actual staircase that just went up there. And my robot likes to go up to the second roof for some reason. I don't know why. So I did that. I have the second little floor, which I just turned into like a little balcony on this little addition there. And then I just do a separate building on top of that. And the whole idea behind this settlement is it's kind of a place where you can stop. And I wanted it to feel a bit more farming than anything else, but I didn't want to go into that parking lot because pretty much you could build whatever you want since it's a big empty parking lot. So I decided to leave that empty and focus on the building here for this episode. And you just see me trying to put down walls and stuff to make the roof and stuff. And I have a Place Anywhere mod for Xbox, which is allowing me to place some of these walls so I can get the actual room done. And I haven't had too many issues with it. Every once in a while something will like to jump around, or a piece of building will glitch out, as you can saw those windows a few seconds ago. But overall that mod is definitely helpful, and I can delete extra little things from other mods and whatnot. And the weather's starting to get bad here, and I'm gonna sleep through there and cut it out in a second. You see me placing the bed right now. And there we go, back to a nice clear day. And after I slept, I remembered, oh, I have a mod that changes the weather. Oh well. So now moving up, and I'm trying to build the roof for this little shack I'm adding. And the balcony I did shrink down the original size you just saw. I deleted some of the floor there just to make room for the roof. I was hoping it would have snapped and had a little bit of an overhang, but I wasn't able to do that. So that's pretty much it. Trying to place this little piece of flooring here to kind of close the gap there. I couldn't get it to fit all the way I wanted. I want to be like a little walkway so I could walk around the stairs. But every time I got it that close, it wanted to snap, and I was just forget it. I'll figure out what to do with it later on, which I do figure it out, and still has a nice appearance to it. And the big problem with the Place Anywhere mod is it messes up the snaps and stuff in the general area with it, so you kind of see me moving that door around a lot, and I couldn't snap doors there. That was kind of sad. So I left those doors open, and having little issues trying to get the wow, forgetting how to talk, trying to get the workshop to start up again, holding down the button and then it just leaves out. Now we're moving on to the top here, which first things first, figuring out where my door is going to be, and I move it around a few times just to get things to log on. And I wanted to have some semi-open windows and some fully open windows because I figured this could be a nice little open lookout area along with growing crops and stuff. which at the time I was still trying to figure out how I want to do that. Delete those little quarter floorings to make room for the little half shack wall things. And I placed an open window there, and I placed another one because I think they have nice lines of sight. So I placed them there so they, as for the little lookout area, just pop a quick roof. It's not really complex, it's just a big rectangle. And I move around some of the little windowed off sections to swap them out. And put the door back in place and replace everything that wasn't snapping correctly. And I was looking at the mini-map there because I know there's a little opening for the Vault 88 area, which at the time, one of the things bouncing around my head was, let's make this a little beginning point if you're going to be moving into Vault 88. But I decided, nah, that wouldn't work at the time, so let's, for now, have like a little farming hotel type thing going on. And I'm trying to figure out how to close this wall off. Played around. I didn't like how the white brick looked with everything. I was like, let's just go for the concrete the concrete edition. Not sure which little edition it goes with, but walls are concrete. That's concrete. Looks nice. Closes it off, makes the room look more secure. And this is when I get the idea to turn this into like a little semi-greenhouse thing. So I'm looking for the proper roof. I couldn't get the opposing roof of the closed section there to snap on. So I just went for the open look. And I did play around with it a little bit, trying to figure out how to close that little triangle at each end. But in the end, my patience gave out because it just gave out. So we have some nice windows in the roof, so photosynthesis and all that stuff can occur. I did not place anything in these garden beds. I'm just realizing that right now. But I have the ones where it has stuff in there. I'm trying to place them a little mishmashed, make them look like they're just put in place, and trying to keep the walkways open so people can actually get to the windows if they're on like lookout duty and stuff. So I placed a few more little planters around here. And I'm just walking around trying to think about stuff, signing what little settlers I do have. Did not remember to do it, but the radio recruitment beacon, I just placed that by the door outside of the concrete shack, and I just ran wiring. So that's going to be off camera. One thing I did have trouble was placing these little water-powered pump things. I found a little area where it wanted to snap, and it didn't want to snap again. So it took some fidgeting. I was like, okay, this would be a neat spot, having it up there, so you can kind of just pour it out and it looks nice. I actually looked at the design and found the spigot was on the other end, not with the side of the generator. So those I have facing out. And I figured that'd be nice. Someone could just walk up. They didn't have to drop a bucket on the ground. It's nice and level with where your arms and stuff can reach. The little concrete room here, I'm deciding to make it the main power room, along with a little bit of a workshop in the end. So running wires in a nice, neat, and orderly fashion. I'm not going to have a big complex power grid like I do on the larger settlements. I'm just going to try and keep the power lines close to the building and run them up nice and smoothly while connecting it to everything that needs to be connected. And I don't think the water pumps can be taken out. I might be wrong. Well, I'm probably wrong. So power shouldn't get cut out if that one water purifier gets blown up. Because I don't think it can. But not entirely sure. I ran power to the buildings, so when I put all these lights in, they worked nicely. That little ceiling lamp, I was able to get a light in there, so it looks like it's a part of it. In here, nice little workshop lights, which I run up to the greenhouse to light that up nice and neat, because I feel it works well with the little feel of it. And then we have this little roof I did on top of the concrete one, which I'm going to turn into the little main bedroom. But having some people here watching the plants working on Gardoon and stuff, I figured nice having little beds for them. And in this little room here, I'm just going to place beds to kind of top off everything. Make sure I can have up the maximum amount of settlers. That one person just wants to stand there and messes up in beds. So I go back to placing that, and I'm short one, so I just kind of find a little spot up in the greenhouse to place the final bed. Here I wanted to be a little guard area where they could walk back and forth, but that roof did not want to play nice. So I had to play with something I knew it would snap to, which is that little flooring section I placed next to it. And I figured it'd be nice, the roof there would just be a nice place for a turret. One of the things I do like is I have this little mat that works as a guard post. So I placed those in windows and in those little lookout points that I pointed out earlier in the greenhouse. And just nice little areas we like to stand. This room here, I'm just turning into a little chem station slash workstation for food and all that stuff. Figured it'd be nice there to make it a little kitchen for everyone to sit down and eat. And now I'm just scrolling through the many turrets. And I find a few neat ones, like the railway turret, which I try to place up here. Maybe we'll get it to snap in at the last second. Another one I find is the laser musket turret, which I thought would be nice. You walk around, if the bad guy walked into this little parking lot, they just find two little laser musket turrets and get shot down because those things do a nice little amount of damage. And then I figured, okay, instead of running power around everywhere and using up juice, since the settlement's not going to have a lot of energy, let's just use various machine gun turrets to kind of finish and close in the surrounding areas to make sure it's nice and safe. I'm going to have a couple of guards anyways. Placing two little tables there, which I am so very fond of those, since I think I've used them in 3 builds right now. But I figured you'd be able to find these. It's a little town. And pull it out of the little diner, restaurant, or whatever. I was going to put some artillery in that little parking lot, but I decided let's keep it blank, as I mentioned before. And now I'm just working on little decorations and stuff, which I have to admit, I didn't go out in the little decorations because I wanted this to be like a little living room, a place where they can relax after gardening all day, just sit down and relax. But me being a ditz, I forgot to put down tables, chairs, all that stuff. Did put Nuka-Cola machines so they can have some nice cold Nuka-Cola. And I'm just going through everything, and that's pretty much going to be it. So I'm going to get onto the mods list. And as I said in the beginning of the video, here's my updated mods list with all the mods that are negotiated between me and my friend who's going to be playing it every once in a while now, as I am getting out of work and he has an hour or two to fool around with on my Xbox. And that's going to be it for the video. I'm just going to finish up the mods list and then cue the exit little video there. Okay, and that is going to be it for this episode. I hope you liked it. If you did, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I love reading your comments, so please comment anything. It could be about the cats, about future episodes, about something you would like to see on the channel, anything. Other than that, this is Sergeant Alex, and I hope you have a nice day.